Hi everyone, thank you for tuning in to another episode of Holding Court with the Empress West Hollywood. My name's Enoch Miller, your Empress of WeHo, and we're so excited to have you with us today. We want to give a special thank you to our amazing producers, GayLifeLA.com, as well as Kings Road Apartment Homes for the beautiful space you see here today. We're stealing Brad Cinesac's little home here and thanking him so much for letting him have us use this beautiful space because they are working construction outside, so it is a mess upstairs. We also want to just let you guys know, last night we were coming live from the red carpet at the LA Queerty Awards. So if you want to see any kind of the videos from that, we got to talk to some amazing people. We got to talk to Haley Sahar from Pose, as well as Angelica Ross. Shangela was there, was telling some amazing things about what she was able to accomplish through RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars, as well as the things she did with A Star Is Born. So a lot of great interviews, some amazing people there celebrating queer content and queer media across the board through Queerty. So make sure you guys go check it out. As well, don't forget, coming up in just a week, March 5th, it is your chance to vote. We have a lot of things coming up and a lot of different stuff going for Measure Y and Measure B here in West Hollywood, as well as 11 candidates for 3 seats available on our city council. So make sure, exercise your right to vote and get out there on March 5th. If you need to find your voting location, you can go to weho.org for all that information as well. But I want to especially thank my amazing guests we have here today. We have Thomas Orlina and Malia Baldovi. So thank you both for joining us.
Hey guys.
The two from the Two Besties Together series that they just started, like not even, just a week or two ago? And
Yeah,
it's just
very fresh.
Very fresh.
Yeah.
Fresh. Like fresh tilapia. I'm getting this on there as Miss Gia Gunn says. But no, we're so excited to have you both on here. And it's an amazing show. First of all, the fact that you guys have been friends for 10 years.
Yes.
Really quick, tell us how you guys met.
Well, we actually worked at a restaurant together 10 years ago. Malia was like a new employee, and we instantly had a connection.
Yeah, we did.
And so what was like? So were you the manager there at the time, or were you just like a head?
No, not at all. I was actually. I started there in high school, but I was in college, and then Malia had actually.
Yeah, I just moved from Malia, and I went into the restaurant industry, and then that's how we met.
Wow.
We ended up at the same restaurant.
That's
so
crazy.
we became friends.
Yeah.
And so, and I mean, like, obviously, and again, a 10-year relationship like that is amazing, and you guys probably had so many fun experiences.
Yes.
The cool thing, though, too, as well, is you both are for Asian American family from, obviously, you're from Hawaii, you have family from the Philippines, and it's just an amazing culture right there. The fact that even though they're so diverse, they're so similar in all ways. I'm just going to get a little bit more information about that. Well, Malia, we'll start with you. I mean, again, growing up in Maui and Hawaii, what is that like in comparison to living now in Los Angeles for you?
Oh my God, where do I begin? Like Hawaii, I love Hawaii. I mean, the people there are so great. They're always so welcoming, you walk into someone's house and they take you as their own, help yourself to the fridge, make yourself at home type of deal. And I freaking love it, and it's very laid back.
Yes.
So, which I love. But also, the comparison to moving straight to LA was, I kind of felt like a dog in a cage. Where it's oh my God, LA. Yo, there's a party every night.
Yeah.
And oh my God, there's so many things to do. There's everything.
True. Very
so
true.
The difference is LA for me personally is life in a fast lane.
Okay.
Versus Hawaii, it's very chilled, very laid back. You can just relax.
Yeah, which is so funny that you say that, because honestly, that's how people compare East to West Coast, and it's
yes.
West Coast is the fast lane, or the slow lane, and East Coast is the fast lane. So it is very true. It's kind of funny to see how comparatively the West Coast and Hawaii is the chilled, laid back, and we're the fast-paced one, which I love. And then Thomas, for you, you're an LA born and raised native, which is again very rare. A lot of people are transplants from around here. For yourself, what's it like growing up here and being a part of the community for your entire life, and just, again, growing up and experiencing Los Angeles as you have?
Yeah, no, it's actually really amazing. I love LA. I don't see myself living anywhere else right now. I lived in Eagle Rock, which was a town that's not that far from here.
Yeah, super close.
But yeah, my whole life has been here. I went to high school here, I went to college here, so kind of I have these moments and time periods in my life where I look at LA a little bit different, because the people that I've met, when I met Malia, was now some of my best friends are all from different states.
Yes.
So it's really rare when they see me, they say, oh my gosh, I don't even have like my story is so like different from everybody else's. It's weird.
Yeah, and LA is also really special because it has a huge culture here for Asian culture. I mean, anything from Little Tokyo to Koreatown to Little
Totally different.
I mean, it's so vast and it's so distinct in each and own regards. For you guys end up being, Asian culture being such a big part of your history, when you come into the different parts of Los Angeles and you see that culture, is there any place that you guys kind of gravitate toward as kind of a cultural reference? Leah, what about for you? Is there anywhere that kind of represents Hawaii or Asian culture for you that you gravitate toward?
There's a couple actually I noticed. I noticed like LA is like a big city within little cities.
Right, exactly.
So like Torrance, it's a place where there's a lot of locals that live there.
Okay.
And I kind of gravitate towards that too, because there's like a lot of people from Hawaii that move towards Torrance or even San Diego.
Oh, okay.
San Diego's like a place, so there's that, and also Little Tokyo, because I do have a Japanese side of my family that I do gravitate towards too.
And Little Tokyo is gorgeous. It's really popped up, very up and coming. Lots of new stuff going on there, especially new housing that's never been there before, and restaurants that a lot of people I know love. Amazing sushi, by the way, and some really great stuff over there.
Oh my god, I'm getting hungry.
I
know.
What are you gonna bring it up?
And then Thomas, from you, because again, you're Filipino, kind of his ancestry and everything with that. What about, is there anywhere kind of that you gravitate towards that you feel is a little bit more culturally just resonates with you?
Definitely probably Igorot, where I grew up. There's a predominantly Filipino community, which is great, and I feel, the people there are really great. Carson is also another area where there's a lot of Filipinos, and Long Beach as well. So we're all kind of spread out, which is kind of nice. And even in Hollywood, there's a lot of the diversity in Hollywood is changed so much.
It is really true, and I do love. Especially for Los Angeles as a whole. People of color. There's a huge demographic, huge diversity. We're all spread out through all over the place, and it's really great to kind of see each different culture distinctly in its own area, but also mesh with everything else around it, which I think is why I love Los Angeles so much. And it's just, you see people bring their heritage as well, but also help bleed it into a lot of what American culture is and things that go on with that. And so the two of you, you met in the restaurant industry, but you both have experience and work in the entertainment industry. Thomas, let's talk with you. How did you kind of get involved with that? Because, you've done a lot of different stuff. You work with different programs, like with stuff with Ellen DeGeneres' show, with stars. Stuff like that. How did you get involved in entertainment?
Sure, I've ever since I was a kid, I was 5 years old, and my dad used to follow me around with a camera, and I always knew that I wanted to be in entertainment. So,
I love it.
When I was in college, I majored in an entertainment degree, and pretty much started my career at TMZ, and then from there just kind of worked my way up, and I love entertainment so much. So,
and it's, again, being born and raised here in Los Angeles, you see this constantly. For you, what do you see as being maybe not the biggest change, but one of the biggest differences you see in entertainment from when you first started at TMZ to the different things you do now? What's kind of been the shift through media through that time?
Definitely celebrating people's different diversities and nationalities. I think the landscape of everything has really changed. I think it's more broad now. People of Asian descent have really come up, especially in the last year.
Right, very true.
So it makes me feel like other people out there who are also, Filipino or other Asian ethnicities, this is kind of our time to rally together and take over in a way.
For sure. And Malia, for you, it's you started out and again just doing some stuff with entertainment as well. What was kind of the draw for you to get into the industry, and then kind of what were your first steps in getting involved?
Well, for me, it's growing up in Hawaii, I didn't know it was possible to be in the entertainment industry because, being Hawaii is a small town.
Right.
And then going to, California, LA, it's
massive.
That's where it's known for.
Right.
So as soon as I moved out here, I didn't think it was possible until I started dabbling into the industry, so I did. And oh my god, I freaking loved it. It was so, I went as production assistant. I'm working on these digital TV shows, and then music videos for Pitbull and for everything, and then it was Whitney Houston with Angela Bassett.
Oh my god. Let's just name drop a bit.
It was fun. I was oh my god, I was gonna dip my toe into all these things, and I loved it. And then I just recently worked for Temptation Island.
Yes.
Yeah, for USA Network, in which they're actually picking up a second season.
Oh wow! Oh amazing!
Yeah.
And for the two of you, I'm gonna go back to Thomas. For you guys on what aspect of media you like the most. For you, is it anything to do with more like reality television, or do you like being, again, on the YouTube series stuff and doing things that's more content driven based on as a YouTuber?
It's a bit of a balance of both.
Okay.
Like, I love the fact that I'm able to create content and being able to connect with, fans of the show and
Right.
people from all over the world. But I also have, my guilty pleasure is reality TV. So it's like, ever since I was like in high school, I actually got voted to be a reality star.
Oh, really?
And this was before reality TV really kind of blew up.
Oh my
so
gosh.
I have, I do watch a fair share of reality TV on E! And Bravo,
Okay.
so a little bit of both.
Okay, and then Malia, for you, what's kind of your niche on what you enjoy most doing within the entertainment industry? Do you like more the music video side or like reality, or kind of what for you?
It's definitely more reality. Like, I've always seen myself on reality TV.
Okay.
Like, even growing up, because
Oh,
I've been
okay.
a big fan of like even like The Hills. So
That's true.
like, back in the day.
Right.
So I've always been a big fan of that, and always felt like it was possible for me. So that is like what I'm working towards, and what I want our show and both of us to work towards too.
Okay,
To
fantastic.
make it happen.
No, that's really
Yeah.
great. And being, and let's talk about it, because I mean, a lot of people don't realize how much work goes into creating your own content, creating your own series, creating something, because you have to come up with the filming, you have to come with production, you have to come with timelines and scheduling. And if you have sponsors, and it's like there's all these different networking of things that go together to create a show. Even what people think something as simple as 15 minutes, there's so much more that goes into it than just that 15 minutes. Thomas, for you, what's it like? Because you've done a lot of the production side before, and again on a very kind of corporate professional level, but now doing it kind of on an intimate level with yourself.
Yes.
And you had a series before. It's
Your Time with Thomas.
yeah, which I loved. It was so cute. And
Thank
it was
you.
really, well, it was great because it was just kind of like a POV kind of perspective of someone going throughout their life and doing these different things, and really kind of gave you, which I think what reality TV is supposed to be, is like you feel like you're traveling along with that person.
Yeah.
So for you, what do you feel has kind of been the most rewarding aspect of kind of doing everything by yourself? What's the biggest challenge as well?
I mean, it's definitely rewarding. This is an idea that I wanted to do for so long, but at the time that I did it was the perfect time. We're actually working on the second season.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, it's been a lot of fun coming up with all the ideas
Okay.
and kind of going through all the different phases and stages of it. I mean, I kind of went in this blind. I didn't
Okay.
really know what I was doing, but I knew I wanted to do it, so I just found a great team, and we filmed all across LA. Definitely, if you guys are out there, check it out. It's called Your Time with Thomas on YouTube, and it was a lot of fun. I had a great time. Some of the challenges, though, was definitely, I think, picking out like what part of me I wanted to share. 'Cause,
Okay.
with social media, there is a downfall to how much you share.
Right.
And, you're basically putting yourself out there and subjecting yourself for criticism.
Oh, yeah.
So, with my coming out story that I did discuss in the series, there are certain things that you kind of have to, you want to share, but you also want to make sure that you don't overshare.
Right.
Because you also want the audience to want more.
Yeah, exactly.
So that was a little bit challenging, but we got through it, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it is. I mean, censorship is also a lot of it, where you've got to kind of like cut back,
Yeah.
spread it out, and make sure you have content for
Exactly.
as much. You can't just do it all in one show, and you're like,
The book's over.
and I'm done. And then Malia, for you, I mean, getting involved in this whole process now of doing Two Besties Together. What was it like now on the production side for you of doing this stuff? What was your like rewarding aspect for you doing this, and then what was the biggest challenge that you faced, kind of getting involved with everything?
Well, for me, it kind of like getting started with Thomas and like doing this project together, it allowed me to get more creative.
Okay.
Like with my own side, and put in things that I wanted to put in like back in the day for like shows. And so we would ping pong off each other ideas and what this show could be, which is not just a talk show, but this show could be like, I was telling Thomas something, this show could be like a movie, it could be a reality show,
Right.
it could be also a TV series,
Yeah.
scripted,
Yeah.
We could even have our own freaking like food channel show, like anything. Two besties together, like that's what it could have.
It really
It's,
has a diversity to it, and
yeah,
it gives
there's a
it
lot
lends
you could
itself to so
add.
many things. Right, exactly.
Yeah,
And then,
so I mean, it's great, and like my experience with production is like I kind of learn like how a show works.
Mhm.
So I kind of put into perspective on like with this show, what I learned, I put into the show.
right.
It is a process.
Yes.
It's a lot of work.
Yes.
It's not easy.
No.
It's not.
It definitely is not. It is a lot of work, and I feel like, or we both feel like it's 24/7 because it's like you treat it as your baby.
Right. Oh no, yeah, this is a brainchild.
So
Yeah.
it's a lot of work, and like I'm still learning as I go, even doing the show.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, no, constantly. And it totally makes sense. And again, I mean, for anyone who's never done this, it's not this little slap together done. And I mean, there's a lot that goes into it, and it's like you both work very hard. And it's, I totally agree. It's, I mean, this isn't some little thing you just did in someone's backyard. We're just like, we're just film this, we're good to go. No, it's like, it's edited, it's put together, it's cut. They write scripts, they do stuff. I mean, there's all these different things that involved with it. And which is really great because then it gives this thing so much more, I guess, like unction to it, and there's just more depth to it, and it's not just like some simple thing that people kind of take for granted. And it shows the work in it because it does so well. And so for you guys, this is how did this? Let's talk about how this baby got made. Let's get into the grit of that. So Malia, for you, what was the initial conversation you two had about coming up with this idea and the concept for Two Besties Together?
Well, I mean, 10 years ago when we met, because we're two crazy people, we've always thought that we would, like, we need our own reality show. But for some reason, we never tried to make it work, or never like, did anything about it until, like, one year we're like, dude, we should totally make it work. 10 years later, it only took us that long to figure that out. And so we did. We started working on it together, thinking of all these ideas, and we came up with this.
Well, fantastic.
Yeah.
And you know, this show, actually, Crazy Rich Asians, was based on their... Oh, I'm kidding. But Thomas, for you, like, how, like, again, you guys coming up with this idea, and then, okay, now you're going to put this to paper and actually, like, come up with a plan and come up with, like, writing out episodes. So how did you guys go about, again, laying everything out to get it started?
Well, I definitely think when I created Your Time with Thomas, I wanted to, you know, take it a step further and start thinking of other ideas. And we have other ideas that we've come up with that are on paper and are signed with the WGA. So we have other ideas. And actually, we had a show that was really what we were going to do first before this. So we're hoping that when this show, you know, comes to bigger life, that we'll be able to do that show. But going to your question, I was always wanting to do another show, so Malia and I, we discussed that we wanted to work together. She wanted to come back to LA, so it was perfect timing. And we just put everything in writing and just worked everything out, and all the ideas came to life.
Oh, fantastic. And then how big of a team behind the scenes, besides the two of you, do you have helping work everything together, or is it really just the two of you doing it all?
Well, as far as ideas go, Malia and I definitely have a lot of team meetings.
So it's us creating the ideas and producing each episode. But we also have a small team in the back, you know, that does help us out with other things.
Fantastic, and I mean, obviously, it takes a village, so I mean, there's a lot that gets into it with, again, other people having different skill sets that kind of help complement what you guys are already doing. So, and let's kind of break down a little bit of what you guys are doing through each part of the season, because it's really interesting how you guys laid out the concept of it all. Did you guys initially know going into it, you're like, yes, this is how we want to do it? Or did you guys like kind of pitch a few things together? Malia, what was kind of the idea? Because you have three, so I'm going to just mention this real quick. So there's three different aspects of it. There's the topic, the product, and the throwback. And obviously the fun little TBT kind of nods, and you do it on Thursday as well, to Throwback Thursday, and kind of this whole nod to that kind of hashtag with everything with that. How did you guys, I mean, obviously Two Besties Together, but how did you guys like come up with this little number they see here today, which I love, the brand. The brand. So how did you guys come up with the brand Two Besties Together?
Well, we were thinking of a name for the longest time, like we would go days and days. I'll be in Hawaii, he's in LA. I'll be doing this.
We should let the fans out there know we had the longest list.
You should show us that one time. I'm totally curious to see what all
I screenshot everything, so I have that receipt somewhere. I was like, okay, now, and we would go back and forth with our friends.
Literally back and forth.
Oh, so this was like a group effort of people.
It was.
Because we would like spit out our ideas. We're like, oh, maybe this, maybe that, and then like we all like it just landed on TBT. So it had a meaning. Meaning with TBT, like Throwback Thursday, etc. And then we made it to a point where it's like, okay, we're gonna have 3 segments. Topic, which is something like a topic that people can relate to, people that can get involved with. The product, promoting. Businesses, brands, etc., and then the throwback, which is our favorite throwbacks from our 10 years of friendship.
Which is like so, and again, it's a fun little nod to just like having just, again, two friends sitting together, shooting the shit, and then just talking about some of the best times they've had.
With cocktails like this.
With lots of cocktails. Because this is LA, we are high-functioning alcoholics here.
Yes.
So let's walk us through each step and kind of really describe kind of the breakdown of, the topic. How do you guys decide? Because you have about 5 episodes out right now. So how did you decide, okay, I want to start this? Because, I mean, obviously topics can be so diverse, so wide-ranging. How do you guys kind of narrow it down to where you feel is something people can connect with, Thomas?
Well, I think it's important to pay attention to what people want.
Okay.
So something that we do on our Instagram is that we do a lot of polls.
Okay.
So it's great that we're able to, and that's what's great about social media, is you're able to get answers right away.
Right.
So we vet out what people want, but we also want to share what we want to share, because it's important for us to get our points across. And I think that's the greatest part of the show, is that it's so interactive.
Yes.
So people that are watching, they feel so connected with us.
Yeah.
Like, thank you for talking about that.
Yeah.
And we got comments, we get frequent comments. One today that was like, connected with one of the episodes and was like, thank you so much for discussing that, because now
cool.
I feel like that person found peace into what we were talking about.
Right.
So it's really rewarding for sure.
Well, it's always good to see other people's points of view from something.
Yeah, and these are people that we don't know, which is great.
Right. And then, Malia, for you guys on when it comes to, again, on the subject of topics, because, I mean, you can get so harebrained out of the box with so many different things. Are you guys kind of staying in a lane more towards kind of what the general audience are looking for? Or are you going to hit like stuff like, are you going to go political? Are you going to go any like social issues? Are you guys going to do anything like that? Or is it just going to kind of be like what you feel is on trend and on topic right now?
Well, definitely right now it's kind of like a mixture of what we want to bring awareness to and like hot topics of what's trending.
Okay.
And other things like that, like other people that can relate to. I mean, it can be like a serious subject, or it can even be other subjects like such as food.
Okay.
Or, like anything,
Okay.
Like, so we wanna reach out to our fans and followers.
Gotcha.
Towards different like aspects of our.
Gotcha. And so it's keeping it as diverse as possible while still ensuring what people want to hear.
Yes, it's definitely part of the recipe of TBT.
Yeah.
It's a recipe.
True.
We're mixing a bunch of stuff.
We're in the kitchen cooking.
They're getting that food going on. Yes. Okay, and then so Thomas, we'll talk about the next part. So product, and then that's again introducing new products by entrepreneurs, influencers, and business owners.
Yes.
And this is really great because then it goes to another step further of taking in the business community, which is a huge part here in Los Angeles, small and big businesses alike. How do you guys go about reaching out and making connections with that? Is it just people you've met throughout other sponsorship stuff, or kind of how are you guys kind of garnering those connections for yourselves?
Yeah, I think like with the product, we definitely wanted that to be its own segment of being able to, show people what we use, products that we use, and, I think that's another part of the connection that we have with our fans, is that we're offering them not just, fun things to talk about and memories, but we're also actually providing them with these products that they can purchase. So connecting with them, it's some of them are our friends, which is great because everybody nowadays, especially on social media, are building brands, building their Instagram accounts. It's all about followers nowadays.
Yes.
So it's important for us to kind of tap into that world of what people are doing. We're really proud of all of our friends, and other businesses have reached out to us as well. So we have a lot of campaigns that we're working on, and it's going to be a way for us to really elevate the show and be able to, monetize things even more. And
branding obviously is so important when it comes to other businesses and everything, and making sure you keep yourself, again, your brand specifically, as well as, again, representing them appropriately. Will this kind of expand outside the parameters of TBT and being more of like a day-to-day kind of stuff under the umbrella of what you guys are doing in TBT? But again, are you guys going to be branding throughout the week where people can do mini segments, or maybe it's just a small promotion from the two of you? I know I saw you had something on, I think maybe today or yesterday, where you were promoting the hair tie brand that you had as well. So is that more independent of yourselves, or is that still under the guise of TBT? We're really focused on the show right now, so the products that we are celebrating are the products that we are pushing. Gotcha. And they have that much faith in us that we have that kind of reach to get their followers to get interested in the products, and we have reached out to a lot of people have reached out to us wanting these products and wanting to know more information. So I think what we're doing is we're going definitely in the right direction with the product section. Okay, great. Yeah. And then, so then the final aspect of it is the throwback. So moments from the past. which this could get fun. So, so Malia, how do you guys kind of, because 10 years of memories is a hell of a lot of memories. There is probably so much stuff you guys have done, and plus, that long, God knows what all the things you've gotten to experience together and all the different things you've gotten to do. How do you narrow that down? Because that's a lot.
Yes.
Is it kind of geared towards something similar you guys were talking about in the initial part of the topic? Or do you guys kind of just think of like, oh, let's tell this one this week?
Some of it, the throwbacks that we have shown, some of it does have to do with the topic.
Okay.
But, like, there are a few others that we're just like, whatever, throw it in. It's like one of the best memories. Sometimes we're like, what the hell were we thinking?
I think that's most of our lives are like that.
It's so funny because I'm never usually a camera person or like start recording shit. And you love to record, so we just started playing around and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And then so now our photo albums are like literally like lit with like all these old school videos from like 10 years ago. And some of the stuff we just like decided to like, oh, let's do that one now. We look stupid. Why not just share it with everybody?
And I love you guys mix in some little skits in there as well,
yes.
like some fun stuff. Like you did one on the first episode about like Uber and being able to go out and like, oh, let's like do rideshare stuff and like talk a little bit about that. And you did a fun little skit. Do you guys plan to do something like that through every episode of a small like, it's not like skit, but something like a little bit more scripted to where it's talking about either a product or a topic or something like that? How are you guys planning to do a lot of that throughout each episode?
Well, we are really tapping into different things that we're really interested in. We're actually coming out with our first single together.
Right, that's my next one.
So we won't go there just yet. But as far as the skits go, we're definitely dabbling into different things. And acting is something that is not off the table for us. So you will have to stay tuned for the series to see more. We've actually shot a lot more episodes, so there's so much more coming.
And then that's the next step of wanting to know, okay, so how long do you plan to make each season? Because, obviously you can go very long. These aren't, 15-minute videos. You can kind of pack in a lot with that for each season, and you don't want to make them too short. What is your guys' idea of planning episode-wise per season and kind of getting the longevity of thinking for the future for it?
Well, Your Time with Thomas was 8 episodes.
Okay.
It was an 8-episode series. With what we have with Two Besties together, we're already at 8 episodes with the stuff that we've shot.
Right.
So, we're definitely going to keep going. And our fans are always sending us different ideas as well, and we get to bounce off each other. We still have our single coming out, and so much more to come.
So, there is a lot more to come with this, with our project, and there's just so many varieties.
The nice part about what you guys are doing is the fact that, you guys are, literally endless content to discuss, talk about things coming about every day, all the time, which, it's so great. And I think what's going to make this such an amazing experience for everyone is the fact that it's never ending, and the fact that it can be never ending. And again, it's always something different, always something new. And again, 10 years of memories, that's a lot to remember, and so you guys got tons of stuff to talk about. Is there anything specifically that you guys are going to do topic-based that you want to make sure you do consistently? Obviously, you want to stay on trend and things like that, but is there any specific general topics you guys want to make sure you consistently bring up throughout the course of maybe a couple episodes a season, a couple episodes every continuously thing? Is there anything like, I know maybe with you, LGBT issues, with talking about, again, people of color, anything like that, is there certain topics you want to make sure you kind of keep fresh in people's minds as you go up throughout your seasons?
I think I would probably say for her, probably Hawaii, and bringing it back to the roots of Malia for sure. And I think for me, it would definitely be the Filipino community. I really have a strong connection with them. I've worked with a lot of really great Filipinos, and there's a lot in entertainment as well.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
So definitely, I think our culture for sure. But as far as topics goes, we definitely are always on social media. We're always on Twitter and Snapchat and Instagram. So when we see that there's something brewing on the internet that's really important to people, whether it be the smallest thing or the biggest thing, we definitely
jump on it.
We'll jump on it.
Okay, fantastic. Again, you guys have, you are on it, especially being as far ahead as you are. So it's really good that you have that opportunity to, if you need to, you can slip one in and be like, oh, just kidding, let's do this one first.
And there's something that happens every day.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
the day could be slow, and then something big could happen, and then, you know, we have to talk about it.
Right. I mean, again, just even recently, ever since the Oscars, I mean, there's been tons of stuff going on in social media and in networks. And again, the whole aspect of what people are talking about now about masculinity, the different topics people are talking about, obviously, with Trump every fucking day. And so there's so much going on in the world. I mean, it's great that you guys have that flexibility to be able to kind of pull things in. So let's get to know the two of you a little bit better, because I'm just so curious.
I feel like I'm taking a pop quiz in school.
Da da da. So two besties together, we'll see how well they know their bestie. So I'm just some fun little questions just to kind of gauge your knowledge.
Keeping it light.
Very light. Oh yeah, this is PG. PG-13's left at Mickey's. We'll get that when we get a little sloshed. But so we'll start with Malia. What is Thomas's favorite thing to eat?
Pan Express.
Yes.
That much is that done.
The
Okay.
king of fast food, and you have to stay tuned to the next episode because we are actually, I think we should say it now, we're doing a mukbang.
Oh!
We're not going to say what we're eating.
We're not gonna say what
We're not going to say what we're eating, but
You
it
have to tune
is
in to
wild.
find out.
Oh,
It's
okay.
crazy.
So that's episode 6.
Episode 6.
Okay, so that will be this next week coming up.
Next
So
week.
next Thursday, so tune in for that.
Yes.
I cannot wait for that. Alright, Thomas, now for you. Alright, what is I gotta think straight.
That's for the after show.
Empress of WeHo after dark. Let's see.
Why not just say it?
No, I want to know. I said PG. I'm staying PG. Okay. What is what was Malia's elementary school's name called?
You know what? I have the answer to that.
Somewhere to say.
You can find it on our brand new article on Malia now because it is printed right there.
Because that's where I got it from. Was
Damn.
I gave an answer.
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, that's actually a really good one. I gotta find out where my notes were. I just put that because it's kind of right there. I'll find it later. It's under her shit. It's under her stuff somewhere. Okay, and then alright for Malia, let's get a good
Damn, I
one.
feel so pressured.
What? Oh, okay, this is gonna be mean. Yeah. Let's see how they this. What was Thomas's first love interest? Not like boyfriend, but like first person he maybe dated. If you can just think of a first name, or just like if you say you don't know, you just fine.
Does this start with a B? I don't know.
No.
I don't know if I can.
That's fine. That was a hard one. That's a hard one. That's a hard one. That was being, as I said, that was going to be mean. Alright, Thomas, for you, what is her favorite, what's one item she has to have with her at all times, besides her phone?
Besides her phone, I would say her computer.
At all times, I'm really looking at shit at the mall.
She literally has it. She'll bring it to the casino.
She'll bring it to the casino.
That
was one time. And one time you told
I just don't want to get anything wrong. So I'm 2 for 2, right? Let's
Yeah,
keep going.
That's good. Okay. This is fun. Oh, I love this. Okay. Malia, what is Thomas's mom's name?
Josephine.
Yes.
Oh, just okay.
Josephine.
That's cute. Alright, we'll do one more. Thomas. Let's see. I had some good ones. What is? Oh, here it is. What's an embarrassing story that you can tell about Malia?
Oh, perfect. I already have it.
Okay.
I already have it. Well,
Shit,
we went to an event in Hollywood,
Oh my God.
and it was so funny. This was like at the very beginning of our friendship too, which is great. But we walked into a club, and it was so dark. Like how clubs are.
Yeah. So dimly lit.
Pitch black. You can't even see the ground,
Uh-huh.
and there was like maybe 5 steps that she missed.
Oh no.
But I caught her, which is great. She didn't land on her ass.
I landed on my knees.
She landed on her knee, yeah.
And then
But it was actually, we laugh at it to this day. So it was embarrassing, I'm sure, but it's funny now.
No, they should have lit up the stairs.
Yeah, they should have had the line.
But that's what they do in any fashion show before, and it's like the stage lit, nothing else, and you
I
can't
had
see
these
anything.
girls, they're like, oh my god, are you okay? And I'm like, shh, you didn't see anything.
It just
I was like walking away.
We have a
Like,
photo of that night, of course, because I have it.
Right.
So that might be on the show. Well, like, that should be a throwback.
Alright, well now same question for you, Malia. Your turn for the shade.
Okay.
What is your favorite embarrassing story about Thomas?
Oh! Favorite embarrassing story.
I'm gonna take a sip for that. Part of our segment of our show.
I kind of want to say when he almost ate shit catching the garter at his
Oh,
cousin's
yeah,
party.
that
And,
was-
yes. He like literally broke dance and almost ate shit face planted.
I was spinning so close to the
was
ground.
bust laughing on the side. I'm not even a shit.
Yeah,
Did you catch it?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah!
The button popped out of my shirt. People were like looking at the photo and they're like, wait, is that your belly button? And I didn't even know. We were taking a photo. It was wild.
You know, like, we're about to have a nose job. Coming soon.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Well, and it's really, and again, it's the so great about the two is the dynamic you guys have is and also the love and passion you guys have for each other, that you support each other so much, and it's so great to look back at some of the stupid things you've done in your life, going like, it's like, I remember doing that, and I'm glad I was able to do it with you. What is one thing you guys are really looking forward to for the future of Two Besties Together, and kind of what, like, either a specific episode or something you guys have planned, or some of these different maybe spin-off segments that you guys might be able to do? What is kind of one thing you guys are really looking forward to? Malia, we'll start with you, that for the future of Two Besties Together.
Well, definitely from where we see this and what we've talked about,
Mhm.
like I do see the show like going out there, like I said, like a sitcom,
Yeah.
a reality show, like wherever with both of us.
Yeah.
And so that's where I want to see it with us two
Network
being the
side.
name,
Yeah.
being the name of Two Besties Together.
Yeah.
So that is where I see it, and us being the faces of it,
Uh-huh.
and it taking off from there.
Awesome.
So
And then Thomas, for you?
I think we both are looking forward to our song.
Okay.
Because we've been, doing vocal lessons,
Yes.
and we both come from music, so we
Yeah,
love,
okay, awesome.
we love music, we love singing, and we have that. We're working with a choreographer, so it's gonna be this whole pop song, hopefully in time for Pride.
Oh, that would even be
Yeah,
better.
so there's a lot of pre-production with it, but I think fans and people that watch the show are going to be really excited to see that. We get messages like, when is the song going to drop?
Oh
And,
my gosh.
if you actually know the intro of Two Besties Together, that's
Yes.
the song.
Oh, it is? Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
so the lyrics are being laid on, and we've been working in the studio and getting really excited for that.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, I'm assuming there's a music video because you're doing choreo.
Yeah,
So.
the
Yes,
video.
Okay.
there will be a lot of BTS behind the scenes, so people can actually see the process
Oh,
of it.
fantastic.
We're big fans of MTV making the video.
Yes, yes.
So
yeah.
we're definitely going to try to cater. The show is going to evolve. Two
Ooh, I
Besties
love
Together is going to
this.
evolve.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. Well, and it's just, again, it's a fun little dynamic to it. That's an extra little tag on to everything you guys are already doing.
Yes.
What is gonna be? So you said roughly around the June area ish. Hopefully for Pride.
Sooner, actually.
Oh, sooner.
Well,
Okay.
there is Miami Pride also, which is in April,
Oh.
which I'm going to.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
So we're working every day. So we're nonstop. We're like 24/7. So as
Awesome.
soon as everything is ready, it will be released.
Oh,
Yeah.
so we'll keep you guys apprised of that because
Yes.
I cannot wait.
Yes.
And to see them get their sing on.
we're gonna have
This is
people.
gonna
Yes, we're gonna have people at the Abbey play the song.
Oh!
Yeah,
Are you guys gonna do like a little
everyone.
launch party or anything like that?
Yeah, we love to throw parties.
Yeah, we actually had a launch party for when the show first
First
came
started?
out.
Okay,
Yeah.
Yeah.
awesome. Oh, we're gonna launch party this year. I love it.
You're all invited.
What's up?
All of LA, you are invited. So, what is one piece of advice you can give to anyone that is a YouTube aspirer to go and create their own content, create their own show? There are so many videopreneurs going out there and creating content on a day-to-day basis because it is so accessible to everyone now to be able to do. What is one piece of advice each of you could give to kind of someone that's working towards that maybe something you guys either had to struggle with to overcome, or something that you've learned in your many years of being in the production and film industry. Thomas, we'll start with you. What's kind of one piece of advice you can just give to someone out today?
Sure. Well, I just also, before the question,
Yes.
I just want to thank all of the besties out there who have sent us their Besties of the Week photo, which we really appreciate, because the show wouldn't be what it is without your guys' support. So thank you, besties. Besties of the Week. But yes, for people out there that really want to go out there and create a brand for themselves and really make it, I would say to just be yourself.
Okay.
I think it's really easy to get caught up in being a character of
Right.
yourself, and I think it's important to stay true to who you are.
Right.
You know, don't alter yourself for other people, because the beauty of being your own person is that there is nobody else that's going to be
Right.
like you. So I think it's important to stay true to who you are, and also have like a vision of
Mhm.
what you want to do. Because sometimes I get messages all the time like, I'm starting this, like what do I do? And I definitely think it takes time to create these ideas.
Yeah.
So sit down, focus on what you want to
Okay.
accomplish, and then everything will come.
Yeah.
It's really crazy, but it does.
No, that's really, and honestly, for anyone thinking that, I mean, it's almost like writing a business plan. I mean, it's really, it's just laying everything out, and when you have it all in place, it's easy to take that and go with it. With
things
everything
just
else.
start happening once you put in the work.
Fantastic. And then, Malia, for you, what is one piece of advice you could give with everything you've known and learned through this whole experience?
Well, from everything I've like known and learned, it's just like be who you are and don't be scared. And I know like a lot of people are scared on pursuing like their dreams and like what the outcome would it be, like what it would be, and like haters and people who don't support you.
Right.
And I just feel like, you know what, just do you.
Yeah.
They're not paying your bills.
True.
So do what you want, find that focus, find that goal.
Yeah.
And, you know, if you fail, then so be it. Pick yourself back up and go again, because everybody fails in life.
Mm-hmm.
And so just keep going strong, work on yourself, do what you need to do to get to where you need to be.
I love that, and that's so true. Authenticity is really important.
Yes. But
and
be true to your
true to yourself. Yeah, definitely.
Sure.
Be true to you, and I mean, failure is not final. So, I mean, there's always things you can know and learn from your mistakes, ladies and gentlemen. It always is like that. I want to thank you both so much for being with us today.
Thank you for
Being
having
our
us.
bestie for today. We had so much fun and so excited for that. You can check them out at 2 Besties Together across the board, and it's just at Thomas Orlina and then at Malia Baldovi. And it's just B-O-L, I want to spell this right, B-O-L.
B-A-L.
B-A-L, yeah, I always say that. B-A-L, hold on, that's why I gotta have notes, that's why I like B-A-L-D-O-V-I.
Yeah,
So it's such an O name. Yeah, and so just, across Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, you can follow them both, and then just 2 Besties Together, you can find that on Facebook, and then links all to YouTube for the amazing episodes. Again, 5 right now currently, 6 coming next week, so we got some fun stuff.
Better say hi to Chanel Brown.
Oh, hi, Chanel. So,
I should know Brown.
hi, Chanel Brown. Okay, we said hi.
I should know Brown.
Love it. Well, thank you guys again so much. We want to thank GayLifeLA.com as well as Kings Road Apartment Homes for helping us produce everything you see here today. Tune in next week, and thank you guys so much. Bye.